Hey everyone, Sarah here. So I'm here to set up my Hobonichi Cousin functional planning for week 15. So if you're new here, thanks for joining us. If you're a seasoned veteran of my crazy videos, welcome back. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, so I am going through my trigger list to update my next actions, and I'm just going through this and going through this and adding a bunch of things by going through those. So same thing. So I am trying something different. So you see a lot of stuff in the background, like stamps and paintbrushes, and I like my planning process, but I feel like I'm dwindling on the love for my planner these days. So I'm trying to just doing some things, kind of getting back to the roots. So I started off kind of like in the YouTube journey by watching like art journaling, and Cricut things and then planners. And so I'm actually trying to bring a little bit of my art journaling into my planning. And I really just feel, you know, why am I doing this? I don't know, because I can. Why not? Like my planning process is still the same. However, I'm just kind of like doing different things with it. So I'm using some watercolors here and I'm just plopping them in there. And I'm not going to guarantee that this is the prettiest weekly spread in the world or the coolest or the whatever. I just felt I was listening to some Spotify music, acoustic rock. The birds were chirping outside my window, and I just felt the need to do some creative art journaling. And, before I started with this busy day, I have a few videos that I want to film. And my son has friends coming over, and I'm in the middle of my decluttering for the month of April. We're talking about decluttering. And I got 2 bags out of 40 done, and I want to get them done by April, or at least as close to 40 as possible. So I want to do some decluttering, and it's beautiful out. So I also want to set up my sitting area outside because it's been so nice listening to the birds. So it's kind of like spring has sprung in New Hampshire. So anyhow, I'm just like, I felt like I wanted to be creative and incorporate some of the art journaling into my weekly spread. Now, I can't say that I would do this every week because it definitely took me a long time. I think this was 40 minutes. But I had time this morning. I was having coffee, and like I said, I was just enjoying myself. So I got out my art supplies and started to play. And I can't really foresee myself doing this when I'm in the office full time with my planner out in the conference room. I'm not sure that I would, feel comfortable putting this out in my corporate job, which is kind of stupid. Like, why not? What's the big deal? But anyway, so since I'm working from home, I'm like, I'm going to play with this. So I got my stamps out. I've never used most of these stamps. And I'm doing my weekly layout. So you guys know I do my top 3. So I did use the stamp called Top Priority. And then my sidebar, I'm putting out like my different functional areas of my life, if you will. So family, my CI project, plan the grind, and work. So I'm just kind of, setting it up the same way, but I'm using some of the, art supplies that I have that I just never use. And a lot of the products that I have here are like Jane Davenport watercolors, and they're just like small little watercolor sets. And I like them because they don't feel chalky. So that's kind of why I like them. And I'm using some Allie Brown stamps from her Etsy shop. So sometimes she has them in her shop, sometimes she doesn't. And I'm using distressed inks, and some paintbrushes. And also I do start to use some stickers too. But anyhow, I'm just playing. I just felt like playing. So I'm setting it up the exact same way that I would with my stickers. So I usually use a top 3 sticker, but instead I use top priority. I usually use the like functional boxes from my shop, and meetings, and I just wrote them in, or I used a stamp to, put my YouTube schedule in there. So vid at the top. And I used a stamp that is where I'm tracking my emails. So I try to get to inbox 0, and I just used some boxes. It was actually like 2 dots. I don't know what that character is called, but it's like the two dots on the keyboard next to the yellow. So I'm using that to make the check boxes in my tracker section on Sunday. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm just putting in my daily management, and I am so excited for this week because, well, it's my birthday on Thursday, but that's actually not why I'm that excited. That's not why I was saying that. But I'm excited because I don't have a lot on my calendar, and I am going to try to leave it that way because I'm definitely behind in my 90-day plan. And you'll see me kind of looking through and figure out where I'm at. But I'm behind, and I don't want to fall. I don't want to miss the whole goal, right? So I want to spend a lot of time this week getting that done. So what I'm doing right now, and this is something you guys don't see because I don't share these. So I have my CI, or my progress planner, that we do over in my shop. So under the CI, you saw me write 18 bags on my sidebar. So I was checking my progress planner of like where I want to be in my decluttering for the month of April. Then you saw me bring out my Hobonichi weeks, and that's where I have like my whole PlantheGrind schedule, like products I want to launch, videos that I want to launch, like when I have to edit them. So I have a planner for that. And then my main planner, what you see here, is my planning system that I use to like manage my work and just my life, and I kind of incorporate all the planners into this one planner. So that's how those are the things I'm pulling off on the side that you guys don't see, but that's what I populate the sidebars with. So here I'm just hopping over into my daily pages, and my actual like art dryer thing broke. And so I went and got my travel hair dryer because that's not getting a lot of use. And I went and brought that into here. So I'm drying the watercolors with a hair dryer, and it worked perfectly fine. So yeah. And I'm just putting some plops and colors in there. And I know, is this PlantheGrind? I'm not using gray. I'm using colors. But I don't know. I felt like I was like disenchanted with my planning. I love my planning process, but I also just wanted to mix it up a little bit. And so I was like, I'm gonna just do something different. I have all these art supplies that I never get to play with, so I'm gonna play with them on this Saturday morning. And I love it. Am I gonna do this all the time? No, probably not, but whatever. I'm happy. So it got me excited about my planning. And again, it was just a lovely Saturday morning, listening to Spotify with my acoustic classic rock channel, and I just played, and that was good. And the birds were chirping outside. So I'm still putting, and this is funny. I was like, I had no real plan going into this plan with me, by the way. I do love these Moments That Matter stickers because it's all my trackers, and I just am not writing this in every single day. So that's why I like that one giant sticker. That's why I keep sticking with it, but it's just like one giant sticker. And it's easy to do. So then I was like, oh, let me get out some stickers because I didn't really want to write in next action to do, agenda, waiting on, an inbox on every single daily page. So I started to look for some stickers, but I didn't have I tried to use this one, and I'm like, oh, these aren't big enough, and then I pulled them all off. But I know that I want my day broken up like that, so I just wrote them in because I just didn't have anything that I wanted to do. I just wanted to do something different. So anyway, but anywho, so I'm writing in those next action, agenda, to do, inbox, and waiting on. And I will say that waiting on was such a great add to my daily page because like we have orders, or somebody asked me to like track something during the day. And I really have been loving using that waiting on section because it's like, I'm waiting on so-and-so to get back to me with this so I can get back to the customer, or I'm waiting on so-and-so to get me this so I can tell so-and-so this other task is done and they can do their thing. So really loving that waiting on section. And here I'm just continuing to play. So what are the plant Wednesdays? So I put a plant on a Wednesday. It's very, very creative, but and then I had a cat stamp, and I'm like, I'm just going to throw a cat in there. There's nothing fancy. And here's where it all went downhill. I'm like, I wanted a little something more in my weekly spread. So I started using some, metallic uni signo, things to color in the stamps. And then I'm like, maybe I want a little bit more color in the weekly spread. So then, and here we go. I absolutely hated. I added some black, but I didn't have enough water, and then I didn't want my pen to run, so I was trying to be, and then it was like too bold, and I hate how the black watercolor went on top of the gray, and then I tried to fix it, and then my pen started bleeding and smearing all over the place, and I was just laughing at myself. And I'm like, all right, well, this was the first time. Like, let's focus on progress. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. And I ruined my weekly spread with this bad idea. Right there. That's where it went wrong. Right there. So then I tried to fix it, and then yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you like this, and I encourage you all, do something different to get re-enchanted with your planner, and let me know how you guys start to fall back in love with your planner. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.